Hi everybody, my name is Letiredd, content creator over on Twitch. I mainly stream Star Citizen, but sometimes I stream other things. Today we are doing another react on Inside Star Citizen, Inside Citcon 2954. We had watched Citcon live, some of it. The rest I didn't feel like it was worth it. And we had a lot to say about Citcon. A lot of us had some mixed feelings. There wasn't too much hype to come out of it, at least in my opinion, and definitely not for me. But then I think the age of hype is over. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this fantastic video on Citcon. All right, let's jump right into this.
It's real great to be a citizen right now.
In a word, spellbind.
This was really the biggest show on earth.
You're gonna love the show, everybody. It's time.
CitizenCon 2954.
No one was really that excited.
Hi everybody, welcome to Inside Star Citizen. My name is Jared Huckabee and this is our annual behind the scenes.
We can confirm the man has not stretched in many years. Pulling a hammy on day one is not a good look.
Episode. It is currently, what day is this? Thursday. October 17th. It's October 17th. The show is in approximately a little less than 48 hours. We're all running on very little sleep but very high energy. Behind me is Manchester Central. It used to be a big, giant train station. We've taken it over and are currently in the process of building an enormous Bengal carrier hangar. So yeah, welcome to Inside Star Citizen. Let's go.
Last year was a big return to CitizenCon, and it was a fantastic show. We walked away from it, though, thinking, how are we ever going to top this? It was one of the first times that we really went in with the immersive aspect, bringing Pyro to life, and we were really happy with it, but we knew we could take it further. And yeah, we're just a couple days out from welcoming everybody in here, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous about it all, but also very excited. We're emotionally invested in making it the best experience it can be. Coming to Manchester Central, being in a venue that practically feels like a hangar, gave us the perfect canvas to really bring a Bengal carrier to life. One of the things about this year's show that I think we've done a really good job of capturing is just the scale of things. I think our attendees are going to feel like they're stepping foot in the UES Barbary inside.
So I have some words about this this F7. So just to give some context, I work in the entertainment industry. I've been a producer in this industry for a few years. I've been in the industry for many years now, and I've even worked art department, believe it or not. And I've worked with people who create this kind of stuff. There are so many things wrong with this. I have so many questions about it. This was not that impressive to look at. From far, it does look pretty good. But the second they got the cameras closer, you could tell there's so many problems with it. Flo, were you able to get actually close to the F7? Or were you just kind of always floating around it?
Of a living and breathing Bengal carrier, from the Hornet to the shipping containers, to the bulkheads on the walls. I think this is probably the farthest we've really pushed it as far as immersion and just bringing it all to life.
Those people behind us belong to our CIG family because they are our behind-the-scenes participants who help us making this event happen. Currently, they're prepping the swag bags for our attendees.
We have a BTS that I met yesterday. His name is Artemis, and he told me that we are sharing love all year, and just to help us, they are giving us back 2 days of love. So they are super happy to do that. We have a lot of perks for them, and it's like...
Flo, are we going to see you in these crowds unpacking boxes? Is that what they had you do? Hey, what's up, Iska? Welcome in. All right, let's get back to this long-ass video.
We're just happy to give, they're happy to give, so we are super happy to have BTS helping us for these days.
I'm looking forward to, hanging out with all the other crew that I've worked with over the last few years. It's good to see the CIG staff that comes back every year and puts the show on. It's always fun to see the reveal, and so I try not to watch. I try not to look under the hood if I can help it, and then
Super happy to have BTS helping us for these days.
I'm looking forward to, hanging out with
No,
all
I
the
don't
other crew that I've worked with over the last few years. It's good to see the CIG staff that comes back every year and puts the show on. It's always fun to see the reveal, and so I try not to watch. I try not to look under the hood if I can help it, and then I get to be surprised with everybody else too.
So how many of those did you steal? I'm kidding.
Citcon coming up really soon. How are you feeling?
Okay, better than last year, I think.
What's that?
Just a little bit more prepared this year. Yeah, lines are a little bit more rehearsed, so just feeling a little bit better about it.
It's my first time presenting and my first in-person in the venue. I have no idea how big the room is. I don't know how big the stage is. So I think the moment I'll be on rehearsals on Friday, I'm gonna be like, what did I get myself into?
This is one of the most stressful things I've ever done in game development, but this will be one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. I've released games, but this is nothing compared to that.
But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energized. I think the content we're going to show is really awesome, and I feel the community is going to be, ecstatic about what we're going to show. Topping last year, maybe. We'll see.
I was thinking, how could we top last year? And then I saw different presentation videos come in, and different outlines and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be bigger.
I think it's going to be a great event, and I can't wait to share with the community and especially see the community's reaction to all the cool stuff we have decked out.
What's up, guys? Dan Halbrick here at CitizenCon. Things are still getting set up, but I wanted to show you guys exactly what it looks like here on the show floor. Right, so obviously the main showing centerpiece of CitizenCon this year.
I don't understand. This drives me the most insane with this entire design. Like, this is so bad. Why did you do that? There were so many creative ways of getting around having to run power through that stuff. Like, it's annoying.
Here is the Anvil Hornet that we have built by Mango Stone here on the show floor. It is massive. I think it's like 35 feet long or 50 feet long and 14. It's big. It's really freaking big.
We basically built it in 8 weeks, from an empty warehouse to what you can see now. Initially, when we started talking about it, we thought, don't even know if this is possible, actually. Nobody.
That's not a good sign. I can hit up so many people that'll be like, oh yeah, I'll get that done in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But then again, I live in the city where this stuff gets done and happens for movies all the time. But like, holy shit, that's a long deadline.
You've done it before. It's the size of an F-16 fighter jet. So even though in this space, it's suddenly dwarfed, because this space is so huge. Yeah, it is the biggest thing we tackle, but we're up for doing big stuff like this.
It's nice for us to actually kind of come and experience the fan base. From what we understand, the community for this game is passionate. So to see it through the eyes of 4,000 people who have never seen this before, I think it's going to be something wonderful to behold.
All right, guys, now we are here in the community booth section. These are where all of our awesome community booths are located. Some of them, again, are still getting set up.
Everyone,
hey, it was Ultima with Seg. Shout out to Seg and Ultima org.
Big containers, cargo containers, and we're trying to get everything set up in time. This year we do have a nice amount of community booths again. It's actually more than last year. We do have a nice variety of community organizations and also services. We kind of want to showcase the, the breadth of Star Citizen, right? Like there's people that are into PvP, there's people that want to help each other. There's also people that just want to, space truck, right? So we try to showcase everything that the Star Citizen community stands for.
Now we're going to go over to a new place. Come on, follow me.
Yeah, that looks pretty narrow. I can see how that wasn't maybe the funnest to be around.
Right, you might be able to see a little bit over my shoulder. We have the Monster Tech Sim Pits, where if you want to experience the verse in real 4D motion, you'll be able to check that out along with our VKB sticks. And it's a really cool time. Now we're gonna go to the next place. Come on, follow me. All right, now we have the Voyager Bar. This is an awesome place to check out and just relax if you're here at CitizenCon. Come on, follow me. And the last bit of CitizenCon we have here is the Addison
Remember, everybody, it's important to work out.
Lounge. If you were a VIP ticket holder, this is where you got to chillax, relax, max out all cool, shooting some saddle ball outside of school. And it's super decorated, super plush, super comfy. I think I'm gonna go sit down. Stop following me.
CitizenCon is one of few times that the developers actually get a chance to kind of connect with the community on a more personal level. Honestly, just the one-to-one personal interaction.
Yeah, no, I love Jared and Dan. I've met Dan. Was that a name? Dan, yeah. I've met him. Not Jared. I met the other guy. They're cool people, but you know, that's not a great look. I'm just saying.
Are just so much fun, and I think a really important part of what makes CitizenCon special.
The fact that this is the queue for the early birds, like more people are coming tomorrow, is like crazy. I've never been to a CitizenCon, so to have it in like our home studio location in Manchester, it's so exciting.
I've been to every single one since 2015. What about you?
Second. Went to the one last year, couldn't miss this one.
How far have you come to? Not long. An hour's drive. Okay.
24 hours of flights.
I came for the game, but I stay for the community because I've met lots of good people. I've been playing for 4 years, more or less, and I enjoy it a lot.
So I went to the one in Manchester here in, was it 2019, I think it was? Yeah, and it was a really good event, but this was, there's a lot more people here, it looks like, so it's a big thank you to the fans. It gives them that kind of personal experience because we're making the game for them at the end of the day.
Really? How bad was the swag bag? Was there anything worth it in there? That's terrible. Let's keep going. This is a long one. Okay.
You're first in line?
Yeah.
How excited are you for CitizenCon?
What's up, Zombie? How you doing, buddy? You're funny. You guys are awesome. So if they do one in Austin next year, I will go to the Austin one. There's probably never going to be another one in LA, if we're being honest. They can't afford it, and their offices here are too small now. What's up, Kobayashi? 07s, everybody. And with the layoffs and everything, I don't see them dropping that kind of cash. I have refused to watch the studio tour because I know that'll make me lose my shit. So I'm going to continue to refuse to watch it until I absolutely have to, because I want to be positive. And yeah, but I honestly could be. I'm not always super interested in behind the scenes. Please do, Flo. I'm super down. I'm not usually that interested in behind the scenes stuff unless it's something really special. This, unfortunately, I mean, again, I have to kind of take a step back because I'm very much used to this kind of stuff. So to people who don't work in this kind of industry, I can understand that like it may not come off the same, and I'm not trying to be pretentious or anything. It's just I've been to quite a few of these events and conventions, and yeah, there's some that are more impressive than others, and some that are presented better than others. I do want to go personally to a Star Citizen Citcon. Like I said, hopefully next year in Austin, I'll get to go, unless I'm working. But yeah, I am looking forward to actually going to one eventually, but, you know, I'm not going to be wide-eyed hyped for sure.
I'm absolutely stoked. I obviously want to know what's happening with Squadron. Stoked to see the event hall and just what they...
I wonder how stoked he is now after the announcement. Sorry, that's terrible.
Done with it?
I've not really been to a whole lot of community events. This is my first CitizenCon, so I figured we're just going to eat it all up.
Well, we've been to CitizenCon since 5 years.
Yeah.
We're excited to see what's going on, and I try to avoid all the leaks and rumors and all the things, you know.
Yeah, we're just letting ourselves be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, the vibe...
Okay, Flo, as the inside track, how much crap did the two guys who showed up in Boba Fett costumes get? Yeah, I mean, the ticket price. Ooh, I'd rather go to the Formula 1 race in Austin than Citcon, if I'm being honest. It's about the same price for a weekend ticket. No. I'm just saying. If you're talking about bang for your buck. But no, I will go to a Citcon. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll get invited to go to a Citcon. We'll see. But yeah, let's keep going. I'm going to have to kill my cam for a second, everybody. I got a couple things to do. Work has been insane. I can't do cons, but I would do a small group together. Big crowds and loud sounds kills me. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of large crowds. I mean, I've been to the LA Convention Center tons of times, though. Usually for the auto convention. There's always some cool stuff there. But all right, yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna kill my camera. Let's keep watching this.
What I get is awe, right? Everyone is amazed by the level of detail with stuff. We have this awesome engine test sequence for the Hornet that is so immersive it makes you feel like you're on deck. There's just all these little hidden details. There's posters that are like the posters in game. All of our drinks are like Smoltz branded. So if you ever wanted to know what Smoltz tasted like, you can go right ahead. Am I allowed to swear on ISC? I don't know. We'll bleep it out? Okay, great.
My job has mostly been to oversee this area, which is like the entrance to CitizenCon. So after you pick up your tickets, your swag bags, and come in here, get some merch, check out these cool models. All the food is here. We've got Torpedo Burrito, we've got Big Benny's, but just making sure everything goes smoothly, saying hi to everybody. It's really great because me looking over this place, it means I get to kind of talk to everybody as they walk in. So it's been really fun. It's my favorite part of every CitizenCon is seeing our community, putting names to faces, and like people I've been talking to for years that I've never met in person before. And that's always the best part for me.
Hello! Bonjour, CitizenCon! Guten Tag, CitizenCon! Hola, CitizenCon! Ni hao, CitizenCon! And hello, Manchester! I can feel the danger. I think we should let this play out in the game.
This means that you can click the link and it will take you to the exact location in the star map, making it easy for you to group up.
They will react to the player character and can be pushed out of the way.
Did you guys see that worm?
Thank God there's only 20 of you, otherwise I'd be nervous.
The full system will be Castra. It's all hands on deck. Richer locations, deeper gameplay, better experiences.
I'm Kim Shadow. I'm here so I can compete in the cosplay competition.
Monster hunting is coming to Star Citizen.
What we just showed you was no tricks, no hacks, just gameplay of the battle card.
Oh my god, that was the absolute highlight of my game dev career so far. I had to keep stopping because everyone was just cheering so much.
Yeah, because it looks like you're finally going to deliver on something you promised us years ago. Of course people are cheering. Actually, people shouldn't cheer for that. It should just be expected. But, I mean, this is Star Citizen. It's a different experience.
I'd like to introduce to you Starchitect. This means that Starchitect, we're just able to, on a planetary scale, just define how many locations we need, what you'd find there, and to just give that full identity. And I won't just see you in the verse, but I'll see you in a denser verse.
It was nerve-wracking, however it was awesome, and it's a huge personal milestone. It's really rewarding to work so hard on something and then come out and show some of it and people to cheer and clap and give it applause. I won't say it makes it all worth it because it's worth it anyway. It looks beautiful, but it's a good feeling. It's great.
I've done it a few times now, so I'm starting to get used to it, but it's still always a bit daunting when you have 4,000 people and however many on Twitch and YouTube afterwards. But yeah, it's fun. You get a buzz out of it, and it's a very immediate type of reward for the hard work.
The favourite part of the day for me was absolutely all the systems that came together with Genesis. That really blew me away. All the biomes and everything else that came with it. I've been waiting for that.
I mean, day one, phenomenal. I'm almost speechless. Almost.
Definitely exceeded my expectations. We came here looking for something better than last year, and I think we got it.
I hope you like what you've seen so far in day one. It's in your hands.
Absolutely. Who wants to start? Should we go?
I was gripped, especially
And crash. No, I'm kidding. No, okay, yeah, the whole Nintendo thing. I mean, that's cool when they do that. Star Citizen doesn't. Yeah, seeing Henry Cavill's character for the first time was probably one of my favorite parts of the Squadron 42 video that we got, because I've been super curious as to what his character was going to be. I'm very happy. I love Henry Cavill. He's seriously a fantastic actor. He does a great job in his roles. I wasn't convinced when they said he was going to be Superman. He convinced me. I wasn't convinced when they said he was going to be The Witcher. He frickin' convinced me. You know, I think the guy, because he loves these roles, can pull them off, you know. But I'm super happy to have an actor of his caliber in this. Unfortunately, we have to wait another 2 fucking years. I'm sorry. I can't. You know what? I remember I'm not supposed to swear for YouTube, so I need to shut.
the cutscenes and the gameplay. I've never been so gripped watching a cinematic in a game before. The music, the sound, the action. I was crazy.
Fire!
In a word, spellbinding.
And I really look forward tomorrow to see what about 1.0.
Oh no.
It is approximately 40 minutes before the start of day 2. We are here in the backstage area. This is where all the magic happens. Day 1 was this big visual feast. Day 2, I'm pretty excited. It's possibly the most important presentation we've ever done for Star Citizen.
I mean, okay, so that argument is actually kind of valid. In the terms of, yeah, he did. Yeah, that's because HR is standing behind him. So he says this is Star Citizen's most important presentation. He's talking about 1.0. It was very important because we're finally going to see what our money's been leading us towards. It was important to know what kind of game it's going to actually become, what some of the end game content is going to be. Knowing the 5 systems, I'm okay with the 5 systems again. I just want to reiterate that. They don't bother me. I know a lot of people were very frustrated that there wasn't going to be the 100 or closer to that. And I get it. I do understand it. But I think to get a game, have a game that's feature complete with enough areas of content that you can actually play it with many people. And because of the vastness of Star Citizen, it makes sense. I understand. Again, I understand those who disagree with it. I'm not saying it's the greatest idea, but it does make sense. So the problem is I can't take that statement that seriously because of all the failures to deliver in the past. I was watching another video today from Cameral, and he was talking about a post somebody made on Spectrum, critiquing and voicing concern for the direction the game was going in. And a lot of that criticism was super valid. And I think it's all that stuff. You guys haven't delivered. There's always setbacks. It's 2 more years all the time. That's where you lose us. And you need old backers to stay excited, because our excitement brings in new backers. And when people are thinking about joining the game, most people will go for a review or ask somebody that they know who plays the game already, or they'll go to Twitch or YouTube and ask a streamer. You don't want people essentially like me saying, don't play the game right now. Because that's true. I don't want somebody to come into an experience like this and not enjoy themselves. I'm not that sadistic. So, no. If it's unenjoyable to me, I don't see necessarily why others may enjoy it. Now, it doesn't mean others may not, won't enjoy it. If I know you like a certain style of game, I would recommend it to you. But I would also put the caveat of, be careful, nothing freaking works. That being said, finally last night, like I said earlier, I got into a server where at first there were 7 of us, and freight elevators worked. I was able to do stuff with my ship. I was able to move boxes. I was able to get my Atlas out. I had minor bugs. I'm not going to say I didn't have any bugs, because there were bugs, and the C2 is still broken. But I had a great 4 hours of continuous gameplay with no 30K, no stutters, no frame drops. I was playing a solid 60 to 100 FPS last night, solo, but that was on a server with 7 people. And I was able to make 2 million, and I made a bunch of money, and I was really happy, but I know I could only get that experience late at night, and I don't always have the time to play for 4 hours late at night, unfortunately, anymore. So it's just always tainted, and that's the problem. I was way more excited. I don't want to use the word hype, and I think the word hype gets overused, and it has no right to encompass excitement, interest, all those other things. They can't be encompassed under hype. Hype has to remain its own separate thing, where it's like almost surpasses reason how excited you are about something. Or it's hand in hand with copium, whatever you want to call it. It's hopium. Hype really is what that is. Best thing they can do to launch the Squadron at the same time like GTA will down under the headlines for GTA. Think better wait some months to get maybe a hyper train for it. See, that's exactly what I've been saying for a year. People have shot that down. People say, oh, it doesn't matter, it's for console. Nobody fucking cares that it's just for console. Most people that have a console play PC already or have access to a PC. So you have more console players in a PC than you have PC players. Or actually, no. You have more PC players with a console than you have console players with a PC. Sorry. That's the truth. So people who have a PC, the second GTA drops, they're going to switch to their PS5 just like I will. Like, no problems there. We will play it. Ah, mais on te spoil rien sur Squadron. Mais après, si tu cherches une date de sortie, là, je suis désolé, je peux pas t'aider. They all look dead tired and want to go home while in a dark place. Well, ask Flo. They had to put in a ton of work to get this thing ready. And also, a ton of respect to the crews and everything that work on this, because it's a lot of work, and these things, sometimes they put them up overnight, and it's incredible. Told you, man, you got to jump and look for a server, but then again, this was proof that none of the servers can decently run on 100 peeps, and they want to make 500. Yeah. Il y a eu des images de la Citcon. Ah, ok. Bah là, c'est sur la Citcon, donc ouais. Attention. Yeah, I mean, the crews work overnight because they're never given enough time, and there's always a short window, and there's 1,000 reasons. But, you know, it takes nothing away from what these guys did or what the volunteers like Flo did. You know, they must always be applauded. They are not CIG management. Let's just put it that way. They make these things happen that we enjoy watching, that I can criticize, that I can watch and laugh or applaud, you know, thanks to those people. So also want to thank them. But that doesn't take away from the criticism I have with CIG and the management and the fact that everything they say just constantly has this tainted feeling to it of, look at how great this is. Like, yeah, but have you played your last patch? Holy crap. Like, and that's the thing is, like, for new people who know nothing about the game, or I'm sorry, no, for new people who haven't played the game, this may feel interesting. This may be like, oh crap, maybe I go check it out. Maybe there's actually really something there. Maybe it's not a scam. Whatever reason that person may have, yeah, okay, great. But then the second they get into the game and they start talking to experienced players, they hear the saltiness. Last night when I was playing, I randomly ran into a completely new player who was learning the ropes, had no idea what they were doing, and we just started chatting in general, and he started asking me questions. I was like, you know what, just come with me. We partied up, and I spent an hour and a half just guiding him through the verse, trying to teach him stuff. He shot guards. We tried to go to SPK. I fucked up and crashed into SPK. He ended up in jail. It was a fan-fucking-tastic time. But I had to be honest with him and be like, you're going to run into problems. From closing 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. Monday 12, they have all stuff from the site. Damn. Salut, comment ça va, Savidan? Tu ne crois pas si bien dire, hier j'ai fait une mission en ligne à 50K, ben des avant-postes que je devais livrer n'avaient pas de freight. Ah merde. Bah tu vois, moi je suis tombé sur un serveur où tout marchait. Last night I was on a server where everything worked. But those are rare. New players, you don't have to show the game, you have to show the workarounds to workarounds. Exactly. And I always thought it was incredibly hilarious. You know, like, I've never met a community who comes up with workarounds as quickly and efficiently as Star Citizen, which is really impressive. But I've never played a game that required so many workarounds to get things to work. So, all right, I digress. Let's keep going on this. Let's get this over with.
I'm interested to see what people are going to think about it afterwards. But it's I haven't been this excited in a while.
Everyone is super tired. It's been a long day yesterday. The community booths have been done an amazing job though.
My favorite thing is talking to people from the community, meeting people, and just seeing the passion people have for the game, because I have that passion.
We've had amazing traffic. Everything's very well set up. We've had tons of interest in everything we've done. And yeah, we're having a great time.
Oh, I've made myself, you know, you see our presenters, we got these lovely note cards here. I didn't have them when I did the thing yesterday, and I really should have, because as you can see, don't run. This one just says learn to stretch.
I think I legitimately pulled a hammy.
This one says don't let the intrusive thoughts out. What the heck? This one says hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. And this one.
Ah, shit. Space furries. They've made it in here. Ah, crap. I mean, it was to be expected. A lot of IT people play this.
It says don't run crossed out. Don't roll on the stage, dummy.
All right, hello, CitizenCon.
Yesterday, we presented the first that we're creating for you. Today, we got something just as exciting to talk about. We want to show you the world that you can build.
Who's excited to start talking about this next topic? From here on, we will give you the tools to build your own stories.
Do you want to see a big base? Good, because we're going to industrialize.
Crafting will fundamentally change not only how you play the game, but why you play the game.
I hope you continue to come with us on this journey as we march towards Star Citizen 1.0.
I'm really happy with it. The whole team really pulled together for it.
So now we're talking. Multiple stations linking and dry docks to craft your very own capital ships.
When I got off stage, I was still like peering around the corner to see the crowd, and yeah, it's wonderful to see how excited they are about it. Really like fuels us going forwards as well, because ultimately we do it for them.
This year's been amazing. I think the venue was really great. Also amazing to have so many of the community here and get to show them firsthand what we've been working on and what's to come. It's all really exciting stuff.
It's been really amazing to see the reaction of the fans, and especially like it's been something that we've been working on now for a couple of months. So it's just been such a relief to be able to kind of share that with the audience. I've not experienced this before in my career. Yeah.
It's like the one place to get together, everyone that shares the same interest. Like just walking in Manchester right now, it's like you overhear like, what's your favorite spaceship? What's the profession that you are doing? So you have like just a very, very easy conversation starter with even people that you never met. And the benefit here in Manchester is there's a developer like around every corner. So
I can't say anything except it went amazingly. Like, I'm so gassed, I'm so proud of everyone. It was beautiful, yeah.
The vibe around the convention has been just really infectious, and everybody just has something different that they've really enjoyed about the event.
I thought it was really incredible. I really love how we kind of have a destination in mind now.
I have never seen anything like this, and this was really the biggest show on Earth.
It's real great to be a citizen right now.
Bring on the next one. Bring on the next one.
Thank you. And we'll see you in the back.
You want to talk about? Well, we got some shit to talk about. Nah, I'm kidding. That was what it was. You know. Yeah, Germany and Belgium. I'd go if it was Germany. It'd be fun. Belgium too. I've only ever been to Liège. That's it. I guess I went through Brussels. That's it. But yeah, okay, so I was inside Citcon. I'm not that impressed, but I will say I am impressed by the volunteers now a bit more, because I got to see how much work they actually have to do to help get this thing together. So again, hats off to people like Flo, who took vacation time away from their families, time away from work to go put in the extra mile to help make that experience enjoyable for the ones that were there. So if anything, I did learn more about the amount they had to do. So again, very appreciative to Flo and everybody who volunteers for this stuff. It makes me even more critical of the management, but that's not your fault and that's not your problem. I've done live events and stuff like that that I've had to help organize or actually organize, and it's not easy in any way, shape, or form, and you never have enough time to do it. So the volunteers like that do really make a difference. But we didn't see anything incredibly cool. We just got to see more of the cringe, you know, that we saw on the day of. We got to hear the same jokes by Jared about pulling a hammy. I do love Jared, okay? You know. But yeah, no, some of the rest of it was cringe. And you know, it is, I do understand, and it is nice to see the devs kind of get their day, you know, because a lot of them don't work for, you know, they work for lower end of the industry standard of pay, not the higher end. Also, people were laid off. Also, they work in an office that looks like they're worth a ton of money, but they don't get paid the same. So there might be a little bit of disconnect there. So again, hats off to the devs. Hats off to all the volunteers who helped make that possible. Applause to you. However, again, I go back to everything they say. It's tainted. It's constantly tainted. If you're a player, if you've been following the project, you know it's never as rosy and, you know, rainbow sounding and stars and fantastic as they make it seem. It's never like that. Those moments of gameplay that I was describing that I had yesterday, I know those happen like few and far between, and it's sad because when they do happen, there's nothing else I want to do. I'm willing to stay up later. I'm willing to make stupid decisions and play more game. But no, most of the time I log in, I see what the servers are like. I would jump around a server or two, but if it takes me too long to get into something and start enjoying myself, I'm not going to stick around. And so I stop. And I switch to another game. So CIG, please, please, please just make sure you're delivering. And it doesn't have to necessarily work right when it drops, but we want to see more effort put into getting it working. I think we all understand we're in an alpha. I think we all understand, we agree to that constantly when we accept to play the game. That's not the problem. The problem is at times it feels like when they drop a patch, it's immediately abandoned because they've got another one that's going to go to PTU soon. And that's frustrating because we want to continue to play. We want to find some level of progression. We want to do something in the game that actually works. And the general chats that I've been in, the global chats have been a lot of like, hey, does mining work? No. Yesterday was great. It was like, hey, does mining work? Well, I don't know. They took all my mining ships. I was like, well, that's one way to know. I guess it doesn't work. I just thought that was funny because, like, well, it's sad, because, you know, I don't want that to happen to any players, but it's funny because it's just so awesome. It's just so often. And I have no problem with the game having issues on patch launches. I have no problem with you guys discovering stuff when it goes live compared to PTU. I find all that stuff normal. And I think 99% of us would understand. Thank you so much, Easy Crazy. I really appreciate that follow. And welcome in, Falcon. How you doing, buddy? Thank you. Welcome in. I'm assuming fellow Star Citizen. I'm sorry. I'm having a little whiny bitchy moment, but I'll stop soon, I swear. Pistol only? All right, well, I guess I know when we're doing, we eventually get in the game. Awesome. Well, welcome in. How long have you been a fellow citizen of the verse? Couple years caught you. So same amount of time as me, okay. But all right, to just wrap it up, please show more love for your updates when they come into the live. Don't let us feel like you've abandoned them. And although I will say on this last patch, there were, I'm going to say claims, even though, yes, there was evidence in the game to show that these back-end things were being done on the servers, but they claim to have made a lot of back-end fixes and changes that didn't necessarily require us to do an update. That's fine. I would rather know stuff like that is going on and slowly feel it in the game. But there have been too many patches over the last 2 years where it's like, release the patch and it doesn't work. All right, cool. You know, we'll let you guys know in a couple months when we're ready for the next one. Wait, what? No, come back. Don't go. And that's the thing is like we kind of get over something and it seems to be going well for a while. And then it comes back. And then elevators are now, again, the biggest enemy in the verse. Tiny little pieces floating above your hangar will make your C2 flip on itself as you exit because, you know, it has stronger physics than anything else in the world around you. It's just little things like that. And that, you know, I can, if there was communication on like, hey, this is kind of why this is happening and this is how we're trying to fix it. Cool. I know what's going on. I know there's a goal to fix it. We're good. But no communication on it. The lack of like care, it seems, for these updates once they release, it's super frustrating. I feel like sometimes they release something, it works, and then give a month and it's gone. It's just like, nah, forget about that. But weren't we excited? Nah, you weren't excited about that. You're excited about the next thing. Don't worry about that. It'll get better. It's like, okay, I'm in it. I believe, and every time. It's like, ugh. But yeah, my biggest criticism right now is please give your patches more love once you release them, rather than just going straight to the next PTU build. They did do that, and it looks like they rolled back the PTU on a 322.A or 324.2.A, sorry, whatever, a build to get us this update in 324.2 live, which is nice. That's cool. So you're kind of starting to show that maybe I'm wrong and you are doing things differently. But like Falcon said, it wasn't fantastic. And again, I had a good experience last night, but that doesn't mean it was bug free. And that's the thing, is our standards are so low on what constitutes a good night of gameplay. Essentially, if you don't 30k, if your ship doesn't blow up, if shit doesn't despawn on you, you've had a good night. And like, that's setting the bar pretty damn low, let's be honest. Here's the thing with that, Belgian, is if you can do it, people will do it. If you give them the opportunity to spawn 1,000 bed gowns and, you know, leave them in a hallway, they're going to do it. So the game has to have mechanics in to kill that stuff. Because, yes, people are dumb, you know, myself included. So, all right, with that, that's the end of my react. Holy crap, that was a long one. Holy shit. It's going to be a crappy edit. But all right, everybody, as always, I'll do my best to get the edit out tomorrow to the YouTubes. Also, I did release a low-flying video to the YouTubes. Check that out. MR team almost every night. I would rather be in a group than solo. If you have a good group to play with, absolutely. Absolutely. I find it's not always easy to get into a group, so I do end up playing solo a lot, and I've always been a solo player. Thanks everybody for watching. If you made it this far, consider leaving a like and subscribe. If not, hopefully you like the next one better. And with that, I'll see you next week.